Life is the most delightful of sexually transmitted diseases. We love to talk about it, but we prefer to do it. In the spotlight today, sex and the fascinating diversity of mating rituals. An episode full of animals, a bit anthropomorphized. You say you think you're ugly and your throat always hurts, but having a big nose actually helps you find your perfect match, since that's a beauty standard in your species. And your females prefer those among you who can produce titanic croaks. Put things in perspective. Tell yourself it's better to lose your voice than to be on the verge of extinction. I read that making love well leads to a great time.
The problem is, I take it with my arms.
Tell me more about it.
Well, I have a gigantic hypodermic penis, like a needle shaped like a fire hose, about 8 feet long. To fertilize, I must pierce one of the female's 8 arms, but with all the commotion, it's hard to see where, which worries me.
Yes, let me stop you there. Your concern is valid. Recently, we found a stranded specimen of your species that had accidentally injected sperm into its own arm. Well, I'd be tempted to tell you that you should take pleasure where you find it. You see, with the sea otter, for example, a kiss is actually a bite on the nose, but still, try to avoid having relations with yourself. Try to have fun with a member of your own species, you little rascals, huh? Yes, I'm digressing. I'm rambling, sorry. I can tell from your frozen expression that you don't catch the nuance. Then again, it's easy to get confused when you get carried away. You know, you're not the only one with this kind of problem. We've already seen an elephant mate with a rhinoceros, or even an elephant seal with a penguin, and some of the animals considered the cutest, like bottlenose dolphins, have some of the wildest sex lives. We've seen male-male mating in sharks, turtles, and even eels, and some male frogs, in the height of excitement, have intercourse with salmon.
Yes, I hear a lot of people complaining here, so frogs are still acceptable. But the cost of having just one mating in your life and dying right after, excuse me, but yes.
I understand. But there's little you can do since you're a Semelparous species. Also, you're not alone in adopting this suicidal reproductive strategy. There are butterflies, cicadas, mayflies, arachnids, mollusks, mammals.
I'm anxious, Doctor. Mating season is coming soon. From what I've heard, I'm going to exhaust myself in mating sessions that can last 14 hours, to the point of collapsing.
Yes, I have to admit that's unlucky. Out of the 5,000 mammal species, you had to be one of the only 4 whose sexuality leads to death. Look on the bright side. You'll use all your strength on the last and most beautiful day of your life. It's your only chance to reproduce. And then, it's a small consolation, but your mate will live a little longer, just long enough to see your young grow up. Anyway, there's nothing you can do about it, right? Because after making love, you'll suffer immune disorders, hemorrhages, infections. That's how it is. Love can sometimes be cruel, and sex can be dangerous. Besides, if you don't kill yourself in the process, your partner might do it for you. For example, among Hawaiian seals, the main cause of death is the violence of mating rituals. There's no debate. Sometimes, there's no debate without damage. So you came as a couple on your own initiative, sir. Let me explain, Doctor.
Our relationship makes me feel like I'm playing red light, green light just to get close to my wife.
As soon as she looks away, I move forward, and when she stares at me with her big eyes, I freeze. That can last for hours.
But I don't have a choice, because at the slightest wrong move, she tries to decapitate me. So I'm always practicing not to move.
And now he's talking behind my back again. I can't help it, Doctor. I'm a man-eater. My sexual appetite can be fierce. You have to understand, my lovers, when they lose their heads, become more energetic and uninhibited.
Sir, your partner is like pickles. Handle her with care. You'll need to get used to it. The opposite sex is as mysterious and potentially dangerous as space travel. Anyway, the absence of sex can be dangerous too.
So here it is, I've been in heat for 3.5 months and I still haven't found a partner. I was told I needed to see someone urgently.
Yes, it's becoming critical now. For your survival, you must reproduce or you'll develop hyperestrogenism, constantly releasing hormones that will lead to fatal bleeding. After 4 months of heat, about half of your species' females die. You need to find someone soon. Time is almost up.
Yes, so I would also like to speak as a Semelparous female, according to what my friends have told me. My partner's sperm will be delivered by his internal penis, which is in one of his arms, to a cavity located in my head. After that, I'll have to take care of the eggs for 6 weeks without eating, ventilating them and cleaning them. And then, when they hatch, it will be my genetically programmed death. I wish I could be like you, Doctor, Reproduction, to be able to mate several times in my life. And to be able to watch my offspring grow up. For now, I haven't had any relations yet. Knock on wood.
You're knocking on wood, but you're not bamboo.
But since when do I take plants as patients?
I'm sorry, but we really needed to get a checkup. You know, our blooming season is coming soon. It only happens once in our life and we've been waiting forever. It's been exactly 130 years. After blooming, our flowers will produce seeds, and after that, all the bamboo forests of our species in our area will die. The craziest thing about all this is that we're all going to bloom at the same time, all around the world. By the way, this has nothing to do with it, but I couldn't help noticing you had roses at the entrance. Every flower is a sex organ. Do you think of that when you smell them? Our synchronized blooming and disappearing forests can cause serious problems for those who depended on us.
Like your next patient, the giant panda.
Yes, so I think you know why I'm here.
When it comes to libido, it's a real disaster, right? Yes.
That's the least we can say. For us, the females are only attracted to our charms, at most 2 or 3 days a year. And even then, often, well, I'm the one who doesn't feel like it.
That's quite generous to admit. But in love, I'm more like Lucky Luke. They say I'm the king of animals, but I can't last more than 10 seconds per mating. The thing is, when one of my lionesses is in heat, she can want to mate every half hour for 4 to 5 days.
I can confirm some colleagues counted one member of your species having 157 copulations in just 2.5 days, and that was with only 2 mates.
You mean you watch us and count while we're doing it? No.
No, we're just curious. Only 1% of encounters with your kind result in cubs. My colleagues think that, like most cats, it's the stimulation that triggers ovulation for your kind. The problem is, to check all that, we'd have to get a closer look at the mating.
Yes, well, your lion is very nice, sure, but he forgets to mention that when one king dethrones another, he kills all the cubs. He should take a lesson from us. Sex can be a real political tool. It helps resolve conflicts, and it doesn't stop us from having sex 30 to 80 times a day.
Personally, I can have 7 different partners in the same day.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but you two are amateurs. We can do it up to 70 times in an hour.
It's not quantity, it's how long it lasts that matters. Take us as an example. We're tireless lovers. We can do it for 10 weeks straight, non-stop.
Yeah, well, honey, you forgot to mention it's just my way to make sure no other male...
Will come and hit on you. I'm listening.
Well, it's just that I'm a bit anxious, Doctor. You know, I have a date tonight with a marine flatworm. I still can't assign them a gender. We're hermaphrodites. Tonight is when we'll decide who's who. If I win, I'm the father. If I lose, I'm the mother. Let me explain. We're going to face off with our penises. And the first one to stab the other, anywhere, it doesn't matter, will become the male. The thing is, it's always the same. I have to admit, I'm bad at fencing. So, it already hurts, and in the end, I'm always the female. I'd like to change that for once.
Whether you're alone, well or poorly accompanied, just remember that love isn't always a walk in the park. Love is priceless. But if you like what we do, to keep our therapy sessions going on the couch, you can support us on Typee. Some people talk about sex, while others just do it. From that, it seems urgent for me to keep quiet.